house, but it was like, I don't know. I never used it because it was off to the side, so all I saw was my neighbor's house or my driveway. Whereas here, I can just see the main road. So if anybody's coming in, I can look and see who's coming. So anyways, hi guys, welcome back to another In the Kitchen with Stephanie. I am currently making some sourdough. I'm making some special sourdough for two of my friends who I just care about so deeply and has made an impact in my life since being here in North Carolina. Because I had to basically leave everything that I knew back in Massachusetts, my friends, family. I mean, I have my sister, my brother, my mother and father, so that's great. At least that I have that. But as far as like friendships and stuff, all my friends are back in Massachusetts. So I made some new friends here, which has been really helpful. And so I'm making them sourdough because they always rave about my sourdough. So I figured, why not? So that's what I'm working on. And since it's Valentine's Day next week, and I'm not going to see one of my friends, this is a, let me see if I can show real quick. It's pink. Pink, 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 pink. As Kiara would say, pink, 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 pink. All right, now I can't get this back to where I had it. There we go. Anyways, the laptop's so much easier to move. All right. So anyways, I'm making a strawberry themed bread. And I have pizza dough here. I have this other concoction and another. Yeah, so I'm doing all the baking this morning. But I have leftover pancakes for the kids. So I'm just going to warm that up for them as we can talk about some gut health benefits. One of the great things about sourdough and why I was really interested in it, because at first it was like, oh, that's a lot of work. I don't want to really, give myself more work than I already have. And, that was kind of just one of the biggest things that I just didn't want to add to my plate, basically. And it can be for sure. But I created a schedule for myself. Because in the beginning, I was going like crazy. I was like, I want to make this and this and this and this. And I was making something like every day or multiple things every day. And it was getting to be too much because just the time, the energy, and the money spent as well. I mean, it's not expensive, but if you're making something or several things every single day, my shirt is full of flour. If you don't see that on the screen, I'm full of flour. Anyways, but buying tons and tons of flour can, get up there. So especially the types of flour. So now I have a schedule where I do something maybe every other day, and I usually do things that we need. I don't really do extra stuff. So the things that we need for our household is pizza dough. My kids love pizza dough. Well, they don't love the dough by itself. They love pizza. So I think 75% of the week they're having pizza, whether it's for lunch or dinner. So I have to have that in stock. We used to buy, I kid you not, like 10 doughs. Like, the dough's already frozen in the store. And that got pricey. I mean, all these had them for like $1 something. I can't remember the exact amount. But if I looked anywhere else, they were up there. They were like $2.50, $2.99 each. So that can add up very quickly. And then I stopped buying bread from the store. So sliced bread, I make our own so that the kids can have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We can make French toast and so on and so forth. My husband makes his sandwiches now with some Hawaiian rolls that I make. He used to get the carb, what's it called? like the carb conscious wraps or whatever. And those were expensive. So now he just, takes sourdough rolls and makes his sandwiches for lunch every day. And then I make our own tortillas. So we have at least tacos or fajitas once a week, like clockwork. So that's just kind of like a go-to, like a simple meal to do that everybody likes. And so now we make our own tortillas for that, and so I don't have to buy that. So those things are always made, but there's other stuff. So the kids' snacks, I make goldfish and animal crackers for them. Their protein bars and cookies, all from scratch, sourdough. And what else? We make our own ice cream. As you saw the other day, I made jelly and peanut butter. So yeah, we try to make our own stuff. But for the majority, we've stopped buying a lot of things and save money that way. Now, if I'm going to make anything extra, it's because I'm going to, someone's house and I'm bringing something. We have our church small group that I will bring, something, not necessarily always sourdough, but because we have themes for different things. But, or like today, I'm making something special for a friend. So that's generally like the extra, like something that I wouldn't normally do that is taking time and energy. But I think the point I want to get across to you guys today is that if something is important to you, you will find a way to do it. So initially, I saw the importance behind having sourdough items because of the fermentation process and how it's easier to digest. But at first I just looked at, in front of me, I looked at the work. And I want to tie this into how I work with my clients, because a lot of times they're afraid to do the work, or they've been down that road where they've done the work and it was just, too much, or they were doing all these crazy things like eliminating so many foods and exercising like crazy. I had one client, she said she exercised like morning and night and often an hour each. That's 2 hours of her day working out unnecessarily. And she was eating very well under 1,200 calories, which I never recommend for anybody. But that's what she thought was the way. And I'm going to talk more about this client in a reel that I'm making, so stay tuned. But what I want to say is that oftentimes people are doing these things where they're working out for hours or eating unnecessarily just salads and maybe some meat or whatever, and eliminating everything else that they enjoy and hold dear to their heart. And it's not sustainable. It's often frustrating, especially when you're not seeing the results on the scale for what you want. And so it makes you feel like a failure. It makes you feel like, why should I do this at all? And if you're so hell-bent on the fact that this is the way, it's not the way. And science has proven that. People's results have proven that. And our perspective needs to change, and our understanding of how our bodies work when it comes to calorie restriction and putting our bodies through a lot of stress from exercise. We need to have more of that type of understanding. And so the work here, yes, do we exercise? Yeah, I love exercise, and I exercise usually 5 days a week. And I feel a sneeze coming on. But I am very particular on exactly what I do. And I don't exhaust myself. I don't go crazy. If I need to rest, I'll rest. And then as far as my meals, I'm also very, I have that, directed exactly how I want to go about eating healthy food in my life. Not to punish myself, but to reach certain goals, also to enjoy foods that I love, right? I still eat pizza, I still eat burgers, I still eat, desserts, and I've been able to maintain my 76-pound weight loss. So I want that for other people. I want that for us moms, because sometimes we feel like we can't do it, and all we think is just this hard work, which is the over exercising and the under eating, is the only way, and that's not true. And so sometimes we put off things because in our minds, whether from experience or whether from what we've been told, we think, oh, I just don't want to do the work. It's too much. I've been there, done that, and it didn't work. Yada yada yada. Like all the list. You probably can imagine yourself saying these things. And I've worked for so many clients that have said the same thing. I've said it myself before I went on my weight loss journey. And so I'm tying it back with my sourdough bacon, because everything takes discipline. When it comes to something that we truly desire, truly want for our lives, it takes discipline for it to become part of our lifestyle. It takes discipline to get to that said goal for the things that we want. And so if you want to be in a smaller size jeans, if you want to feel confident in your skin, if you want to, release all the baby weight that you gained from having your babies, then it's possible, but it takes discipline. And so instead of thinking hard work, oh, so much work, I don't got the time, I don't got the energy, start thinking about how can I make this a priority? Because I need to have discipline, not be a slave driver to these things. You don't have to be a slave to your workouts. You don't have to be a slave to your food. What you do need is discipline, ambition, definitely ambition. Not always motivation, because that's not always there. But if we can be ambitious and have discipline, we can get through those hard times and work through when we're tired and when things seem a little impossible or when days are busy. And so tying it back to me doing the sourdough, I was driving myself crazy, making all the things, making something every single day. And I was like, I don't need to be doing this. I was like, I got this down. I have a really great active starter. I already have, the things that we make for our family. I don't need to be making extra things and exploring. I mean, yes, creativity sometimes is fun, and I will do it from time to time, but I don't have to be a slave to my sourdough. I don't. And so it's changed part of our lifestyle, because there's things we don't buy anymore from the grocery store, and we can digest it well, and we feel good after eating it. And I've been able to share it with other people, which has been, sharing your story and sharing the things that you do with other people, whether it's a physical thing like bread, or sharing, your own story of restoration and inspiring others is what life is all about. I truly believe that if we can inspire and help others on our journey, then we're doing something right. And so I make sourdough when I can, and when I can't, it's all right. I've made it part of my lifestyle. I have a schedule I follow, which is why you'll see in my bio as well, I like to help moms through, losing the weight, through their own faith, their own journeys, and through simple routines, simple, things that we can plan out, which has made all the difference in my life. And it looks different for everybody, if I work out 5 days a week, doesn't mean you have to work out 5 days a week. But if 3 days a week works for you, at night or in the morning, whatever, and you're being consistent with that and you're seeing results with that, then amen, stick to that plan. But at least you have a plan in place. So that's my inspiration, my talk, my little TED talk for you guys today. As I continue, I heated up the kids' pancakes, and it's still warm. I think I'm gonna put it a little bit longer because I stepped talking after it was done, and I need to do this bread and then the other bread, and then put this to do its second rise, and then start homeschool with the kids. and my workout. I've been having the kids do the workout with me as part of their school, as part of their PE. It's kind of funny because I'm doing just like different strength and weight training. And so I have like all these different sets of wets and like sets of sets of weights. And I have these small ones from 3 pounds to 5 pounds. And so they all use them and they're like, Mommy, this is so hard. We were doing like bicep curls and triceps and back. And it's like, it's so hard. I'm like, drop the weight. You don't need to do the weight. Mommy does the weight, but you don't have to do the weight. But I want to get strong like you. As Kano said that. But yeah, so I made my workout part of their PE. And you know, I don't push them. If they want to stop at some point or rest, whatever, then I'm like, go ahead, rest. As long as I'm getting my workout in. So that's been our newest thing, is making it part of school. Because they do have PE, but the PE that we were following on our curriculum, it was lame. And it only had like 2 things. So I was like, yeah, we'll just do our own thing for PE. Anyways, Nicole, I was driving to the Y, then checking in. Oh, okay. I was wondering why I was so quiet on that end. Well, my dear, enjoy yourself at the Y. I'm about to hop off. I've been on for 16 minutes. Well, a little more on Insta, but I just want to encourage everybody, whatever you set out to do, make sure you do it with the right perspective, and it's possible. Don't quit. It's all about what we set as a priority in our life that we actually make time for. So take that to the bank, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another In the Kitchen. I'll be doing meal prep in the morning because we have a field trip for tomorrow at 10. And so I'm packing breakfasts and lunches, so you can be a part of that. And yeah, I'll see you then. Take care. Bye. All right, I just